Sir, you're charged with especially aggravated kidnapping. You're also charged with aggravated assault, and you're charged with theft of a firearm worth less than $2,500.
You're talking about stuff that is not
You will bring the jury.
Hello and welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict, and boy, do I have a case for you today.
Why is the dog chewing on this guy?
I think they have got the wrong guy
They
there.
got the wrong guy, and the dog was biting him.
He roughing him up quite a bit. There's a lawsuit.
9 out of 10 judges prefer watching the Recovery Addict live stream in their courtroom.
The fireworks are not done.
Now we're getting commentary on the case.
That's correct.
Dahil mihi Anglican for his service like
That's literally not true.
I didn't ask you to interrupt me. Oh, for crumb's sake.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict. Happy Thursday to you. I know I said we were going to start a little earlier, and then I didn't. I'm doing terrible at that. I apologize. Let's see. Here we are. There I am. Fran Fitzgerald, congratulations. You were first in chat this morning. Thank you, Fran. Your promptness and punctuality is going to be punished by sentencing you to internet ownership. Everything IP-related worldwide is your responsibility. Thank you. Surf and Selena, such a fun place to be for 37 months. OG. And an attorney as well. Thank you. Attorney level support. Selena, thank you very much. Thanks for being our court watcher yesterday in the Corey Richens trial as well. Wow, what an amazing trial. Let's see, we've got a couple other people, if I can get there. There we go. Let's see, we had some jewels, mystery gifts. Some jeweled gifts. Lisa Beckett, thank you very much for that, and some sunshine as well. And Lisa, I think you sent a laughing disco ball, a mystery gift, and then a high five. Is that what happened? and for some reason, only the mystery gift showed up on my end. Let's see. Yeah, I can't get the others to show up. And Kelly, Tennessee, thank you very much for the sunshine as well. All right, good morning. Good morning. We have court today. It's a little case. It's just a little manslaughter case involving a Tesla and a driver who may have been intoxicated and possibly a road rage shooting or gang-related. We're trying to figure out exactly what happened. We're on day 2 of the trial out of San Antonio. We're going to be speed trialing to catch up because they held court yesterday while we were with Corey Richens. And, yeah. The real Royce. There were some frustrating things that happened yesterday in a big way. I think on both sides there was they strayed outside the lines of what should have happened at a victim impact sentence portion of a sentencing hearing, or victim impact portion of a sentencing hearing. But it was a thing. It was a thing. Let's see. Anastasia Mogustine. Did I say that right? Anastasia? Thank you very much for the mystery gift. I appreciate that. Thank you all for using your jewels before they expire. If you got some free jewels from YouTube, you use them or lose them. So wherever you prefer, but we won't complain if you send them here. All right, let's see. We've got a couple things to do this morning before we jump to court. We've given away the internet. I think we have to do birthdays. Yesterday was my anniversary, by the way. When I took my wife out for dinner, and she chose the place. We went to Chili's. And I did something I've never done before, and I had ribs at Chili's. I'm probably never going to have them again, honestly. They weren't bad. They just weren't good. And it most definitely was not something I thought, I'd love to go to a restaurant and walk out with my whole arms down to my elbows just feeling like I've got barbecue sauce on them. Yeah, so we did that. But is there another way to eat them? It's a finger food, right? Anyway, I have to say that barbecue sauce for Chili's and their baby back ribs. All right. Let's see. Can't quit thinking about yesterday. Yeah, there's so much stuff happened. Okay, we've got some birthdays. AJ Red Sox, John and Cade. So John is ex-Matrium. And Cade, we're going to sing to these wonderful people who are celebrating their birthday today. It is Podcast Thursday, by the way. If you don't know, Thursday evenings we have a podcast, and you're welcome to join us. But first, you're welcome to join us with the birthday song. We sing happy birthday to everyone on their birthday every morning. It's a great way to start the day. If it's not your birthday, sing with me. As I say before, every other time, sorry, I need to do my voice exercises. My lips are not waking up yet. Okay, we're ready. If you're able and it's legal, stand up, take a breath, shoulders back, project your voice to the back of the room, blend your voice with a neighbor, and warm up with me if you will. La 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 la. Okay, it works. Let's sing happy birthday to AJ Red Sox, John, who's ex-matron, and Cade. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear AJ Red Sox, John, and Cade. Happy birthday to you. There we go. That was easy. That was fun. AJ Red Sox, John, Cade, happy birthday. We realize there are many wonderful days, but today is your special day. And there are a million places you could have been and a million people you could have been with or celebrated with, but you chose to be here with us. The privilege, pleasure, the honor, the joy is ours. Hopefully you can turn that joy back to you, make your day just a little more specialer. Begin by helping yourself to free pancakes at Denny's, IHOP, Village Inn, Waffle House, McDonald's, Tammy Dunlap's house, Andy's Grill, Bob Evans, and Cracker Barrel. There we go. Happy birthday. And now the dancers are doing their thing as the pancakes are hitting the griddle. Thank you, Fran, for frying up a couple stacks there. No late ads. Ooh, got the disco balls, too. Just chill. Got the birthday vibes going. It's a good day. While we wait for court to start, which I can start at any moment, I do have a story to tell you. Jerry Sides, I'm sorry. Happy belated birthday yesterday. Now you have to wait a whole other year for us to sing to you again. Happy birthday, Jerry. I'm so sorry. Hope you had a great birthday. Dance off the ribs. Oh man, I need to like run for like 20 miles or something. When they say a rack of ribs, it's a rack of ribs. What is a griddle? John Denver thinks about cakes on the griddle. A griddle is a flat cast iron frying pan. Sometimes put over a fire, sometimes over a hot stove, sometimes just a hot plate. Let's do the drum solo to finish this out. Join me. You can play the air drums. Ready? Beautiful. All right. Good morning to everyone. Did we catch up to live yet? Well, about that. We're going to kick this off. Do you want a story now, or do you want to wait for a little bit? Because yesterday morning, getting ready for Corey Richards was probably the most stressful moment of my life, because I was 30 miles from my studio. I had just gotten word from one of our partner creators that they needed me to provide a feed in a different way that I hadn't really planned on, but it's not a problem. We could do that. And I was in a building 30 miles away, staring at a repairman who was trying to fix a printer that I've made 5 trips, 5 30-mile down and back trips to fix. 3 of them have been with this repairman, as he wasn't able to fix it, ordered the wrong parts, and now has put the right part in, and now the machine won't work because the right part doesn't recognize the old parts. And I'm like, I don't have time. I'm like, I've got to leave you here, man. Just lock up the building after you, close the door on the way out. You're good. If anything's missing, I know where you live. And had to leave. He wasn't able to fix it. He ended up, he said, we're just going to order you a new printer. We're just going to give you a new one. They cost like $260. I spent that in gas, driving down and back so many times. On the way back, hop out on the freeway. I'm moving along. I get a little alert light on the dash that says I've got low tire pressure, and I've got a tire with a screw in it. Now, this wouldn't be terrible if it weren't for the fact that this car had just gotten out of the shop getting new tires yesterday. like the day before. And now I've got a brand new screw right in the middle of this thing, and I'm 30 miles from home with no time to change a tire or do anything else. I'm going to watch the tire pressure because, new cars, you can see that on side. I'm like, it's supposed to be 35, which all the other tires are 35. It's 22. I'm just going to keep an eye on it and just go. And it stayed at 22 the whole way home. 60 miles an hour. Made it home. Told my wife to send it back to the shop. Oh, it was terrible. I made it home just in time, got everything live, and then Corey Richards happened. All right, so that was my day. It was stressful. Today should be less stressful, and we'll do that. We'll start that by jumping down to San Antonio, Texas, where Judge Boyd yesterday was having a great day, I think. Let's see if we can go there. There we go. If you missed the intro to this is a case where the defendant is accused of striking and killing a man as a man was walking on the street.
Just picking up the connector and traveling over there. Tell me it's
this was a scene from the crime.
All right. So if the defense of yours doesn't work, or if there's an issue with the equipment, you're probably going to have to use the state's side.
Yeah, we don't wait for HDMI cables.
We will make do, adapt, and overcome.
Yes.
Anyway, we've shown you the crime scene. This was a Tesla drove up over the curb, slammed into the pedestrian so hard, killed him instantly, threw him into
Just give me a moment.
The bars over the windows that you see there, dented the bars, the frame that protected the windows, and passenger and driver took off.
Yeah, they're not.
So he's now charged with manslaughter. And the crime scene investigator in this case took about 3,000 pictures of the crime scene. Like I think what she did was she just walked around the crime scene holding down the shutter button, so it was going as fast as it could. And we got all those pictures yesterday, and it took hours for her to just explain, that's me approaching, that's me approaching, that's me approaching, and here's me over here approaching, and finally we got a picture, and we can't see them, so there's that. But we're waiting for some testimony. We've heard that it gets a little spicy today. On the screen, you can see the man in blue, I think, is a tech guy. The man on the other side of the table, standing in the suit, facing the tech guy, is the defendant.
All right.
Mostly impaired, I think.
Then we can take it up at break. All right. Unless.
Was it change?
I know what it is.
Oh, this guy's getting under the table. Is this like the Geek Squad mobile service?
All right. The court is calling 2023 CR 8866 State versus Robert Castillo. Can I have parties announced?
Brandon Prater and Megan Galloway for the state.
David McLean and Brittany Sparks for the defense.
And are you Mr. Castillo?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are both parties ready to proceed?
This is yesterday's testimony.
All right, State, if you'll have your witness on the stand, please.
If it goes slowly,
and you can bring the jurors in. All right.
This is yesterday's testimony. We're not missing anything. If you watched day one already, this is day two. We're going to get through this and possibly day three today as well. Red pen, I'm going to need that purse added to the picture. You know what to do. What article of clothing does this purse remind you of? It looks like the back pocket on a pair of Levi jeans, honestly. That's what it looks like to me.
All right, everyone, please be seated. State, you may call your next witness.
Thank you, Judge. We'll call Dr. Samantha Evans to the stand.
All right, could you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand and have a seat. There should be a square microphone up there. If you'll put it somewhere in your lapel, it's for the court reporter to hear. And if you'll keep your voice up so everyone can hear. Thank you. All right, State, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
I'm well.
Perfect. Well, let's start off at the beginning because that is a good place to start. Ma'am, what is your profession?
Little shout out to the sound.
Good morning. My name is Dr. Samantha Evans, EVANS, and I am a forensic pathologist.
And Dr. Evans, how are you currently employed?
I work for the Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office.
How long have you worked for the Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office?
On and off for 14 years.
Okay. And what are your duties at the Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office?
As a deputy medical examiner and forensic pathologist, my job is to conduct post-mortem examinations or autopsies to determine why an individual passed away.
She enunciates incredibly well.
And in the 14 years that you've worked at the medical examiner's office, how many autopsies do you think you've done?
Thousands.
Okay. Before that, before you worked in the medical examiner's office, what was your education, medical school, other places you worked at?
So I went to medical school at the Medical University of the Americas in the West Indies, after which I attended the University of Tennessee in Knoxville, Tennessee, to conduct my 4-year anatomic and clinical pathology residency training. During those 4 years, I studied anything and everything that came off of or out of a person to determine if there was a disease that needed treated. And after those 4 years, I took and passed board certification exams in both anatomic and clinical pathology. Then in the summer of 2012, I came here to San Antonio to do my 1-year forensic pathology fellowship training at the Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office. During that year, I conducted autopsies and examinations to determine why somebody passed away under circumstances that are of significance to the community and the public. After that year, I took and passed a 3rd board certification exam in forensic pathology. Starting then in the summer of 2013, I stayed on as a full-time medical examiner with the Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office until August of 2021, when I decided to go work as a medical examiner in the state of Georgia. After 6 months, I realized I preferred being in Texas, and so I came back to Central Texas in the spring of 2022, and I have been acting as an independent contractor, helping offices like Bexar County do autopsies since.
Well, glad to have you back from Georgia, ma'am.
I'm happy to be here.
So while you've been with the Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office, have you done any additional training or continuing education while you've been there?
Absolutely. We, as physicians, we are required to keep doing continuing education throughout the year to maintain our licensure.
Okay. And have you testified in court before?
Many times.
Have you testified as a forensic pathologist before?
Many times.
Okay.
Should we speed her up just a little bit?
Yes.
I think we're going to try 1.25 speed. She
yes,
speaks
sure.
very clearly. So let's give her a little bit of adrenaline here and see if that is still clear and easy to understand. She prefers Texas to Georgia, but she speaks so clearly, like she's done this many times before, thousands of times as far as autopsies.
All right, States, you may continue.
Thank you, Judge. Doctor, let me ask you, were you the examining physician in Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office, case number 2023-0745?
Yes,
Did you write a report on your findings during that autopsy?
I did.
Would you like a copy of the report to refresh your memory for testimony?
I actually bought my own.
Oh, okay, perfect. Let me have first witness, Judge.
Yes.
I'm approaching the witness with what's been labeled for identification purposes, the State Exhibit C. Can you just hold on to that? And you have your own copy. Okay.
She says, I have the original.
And Judge, just for the record, can we get clarification that they're the same reports?
Yes. And if you want to approach the witness to review it.
Yeah, please, Judge.
Yes.
Thank you.
The defense says, I want to
Yes, I was going to state that State's Exhibit C is a true and accurate copy of my autopsy report.
Okay. Thank you, Doctor.
All right. He's reviewing still. Oh, we've got a better image of the purse now. Red. Did you see that?
Thank you.
She's adjusted the purse or the camera
All
a
right,
little
State,
bit.
you may proceed.
All right. Thank you, Judge. All right. So this has just been offered for identification purposes to refresh your memory. I ask that you don't read directly from the report. If I ask you a question that you don't know the answer to, feel free to read the report, refresh your memory, and then when you're ready to testify, just look up and I'll know you're ready. Okay? All right. Thank you, Doctor. All right. So who was the subject for autopsy report number 2023-0745?
Eric Moody.
Okay. Was there a middle name?
It's the victim.
Michael.
Eric, so it's Eric Michael Moody?
Correct.
Okay. What was Eric's height and weight?
Mr. Moody weighed approximately 191 pounds and was 70 inches tall.
Okay. So let's start at the beginning. When a body is picked up by the medical examiner's office, what are the next steps that happen?
So when a death is deemed falling under our jurisdiction and for us to investigate, that body will be brought to our office and is given a unique identifying number. That number is important because, of course, people can have the same names or birth dates. And so in order to make sure that all the information regarding that particular individual stays together, we use that unique number to keep track of things. The body is then brought into our morgue and we start the autopsy examination. There are two parts to an autopsy, the first of which is the external examination. It's me looking at a body and commenting and noting what they might be wearing, any tattoos or scars. Are there any injuries on that person that might be significant when I'm trying to determine their cause of death? And then we will begin the internal examination, which involves making 2 incisions on the body. The first is a cut across the top.
I'm going to object to the narrative.
All right, that will be sustained.
So once the body first comes in, what happens next?
Coming next?
I start the external examination.
Okay. What goes into the external examination?
I look at the body and document what they are wearing and what I see on the person.
And the next step is the internal examination?
Correct.
Okay. And then after, are any photos taken throughout the examinations?
Yes, we will take photographs of the outside of the body or any pertinent injuries.
Okay. Can you walk us through, how do you do the internal examination?
The first step of the internal examination is an incision across the top of the head so that we can examine the brain and skull. The second step of the internal examination is a Y-shaped incision on the body so that I can examine the organs inside for evidence of what we call natural disease, think pre-existing medical conditions, or any evidence of injury. And after looking at all of these things, I'm trying to use that information to decide why this person passed away.
Okay. And was that the process that was done on with Eric Moody?
Yes.
Okay. Let's start going through your report. What kind of clothing was the body brought in with?
The decedent was wearing a blue t-shirt, underwear, jean pants, socks, and shoes.
Okay. During your external examination, did you find any injuries to Eric Moody?
Yes, there were a handful of small abrasions or scrapes, as well as contusions or bruises to the body.
Okay, and where were those bruises and contusions located?
He had a bruise on the right eyelid, a scrape on the right cheek. He also had a scrape on the right shoulder and the lower back area. There also were some scrapes on the right upper arm, as well as the left elbow.
Was there anything else that you noticed during your external examination that stood out to you?
Nothing significant, no.
Okay. Let's go to the internal examination. Did you find anything remarkable there?
Yes. When I was examining the head, I noted multiple skull fractures as well as bleeding over the brain.
Okay. Is there anything else that you saw?
There was a small amount of hemorrhage or bleeding inside the belly, but no other significant injuries, nor was there any evidence of that natural disease.
Okay. Let's go to the head injuries. Can you describe those in more detail?
She looks sort of like
the
Sandra
skull
Bullock.
fractures are primarily located on the back base of the skull and the middle bottom of the skull. They are consistent with some type of an impact because there is also bruising of the brain next to where those fractures are.
What kind of force would be required to cause these kind of breakages and injuries?
A moderate to large amount of force, but there's not a specific number.
Okay. Would these injuries be fatal on their own?
Yes.
Okay. Did you find any pre-existing conditions that would have independently caused Eric's death?
No.
Okay. Let's go to the toxicology part of your report. Were there any substances that were in Eric's blood?
Yes.
Okay. What were those substances?
So there is the presence of ethanol or drinking alcohol, as well as sertraline, spelled Sertraline, which is an antidepressant.
Okay. And so ethanol, I'm a lawyer for a reason, not a doctor. Could you describe what that is?
Ethanol is drinking alcohol.
Okay. And what was the amount of ethanol that was found in Eric's blood?
The amount in his blood is 0.183.
Okay.
And as a reference, I think we're all familiar with a blood alcohol level of 0.08. So just as a reference.
Okay. And what about the other substance, I'm going to butcher this, sertraline? What is that?
It's a type of antidepressant.
Is it commonly known as Zoloft?
That is the name brand, drug brand.
Okay. What amount was that found in Eric's blood?
0.23.
Is that a high amount or is that therapeutic amount? Like, what is that?
It is a therapeutic level. It's not something harmful.
So it would be a common prescription level?
Yes.
Okay. Would either one of these, either taken independently or together, have caused Eric's death?
No.
Okay. Let's go to the manner and cause of death. Can you describe to the jury what the difference is between those two terms?
So my job as a medical examiner is to ultimately determine two things, cause and manner of death, to put them on a death certificate. Cause of death is why did somebody pass away? That might be a heart attack. That might be a gunshot wound. It might be injuries from some type of motor vehicle mishap. It is what things happened that ultimately led to somebody no longer being alive. Manner of death is a series of categories the state gives us an option to choose from. And in Texas, we have 5. We have natural, meaning that the cause, the reason somebody passed away is completely internal. Again, heart attack, cancer, stroke. We have an accidental death, fairly straightforward. Suicide, where somebody's own actions caused their passing. A homicide, where somebody else's actions determined or caused that person's passing. Or undetermined, where I don't have enough information to determine which of those other ones it is. So I am required by the state to check one of those boxes.
Okay. And what was the manner of death in this case?
An accident.
And is that is in no way trying to assign fault or anything like that to the series of events?
Correct. So as a physician, and as somebody who was not present when any of my people have passed away, based on the circumstances and information provided, if I don't have reason to believe that there was a purposefulness to it, most things involving cars are ultimately ruled an accident, but that doesn't mean somebody didn't do something wrong.
Okay. And what was the cause of death for Eric Moody?
The cause of death is listed as craniocerebral injuries. In other words, injuries of the head and brain.
Can you describe what craniocerebral injuries would be?
Injuries of the head and brain.
Okay.
I just did. Let me describe it using the exact same words again.
Yeah, no, I got you. I need to look at this before. Okay. Judge, state's handed me a CD that supposedly has a lot of photos on it. Would it be possible to take about 5 minutes and just review this?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you a 5-minute break. Remember my previous instructions. Everyone, please rise for the jurors.
We're going to skip ahead. Wait for the judge to come back. This 5-minute break is getting long. Okay, looks like she came back and just. I'm going to wait for this lady to sit down. That's what we're going to wait for. When she sits down, court starts, right? They all leave. I thought the judge would come back on camera, but she did not. Maybe we're waiting for the jury. Judge is telling jokes like she does. Still waiting for the jury. Love to be able to zoom ahead. Still waiting. Oh, there we go. Jury's up. Jury's coming in.
Oh, and you know, one other.
I can't make the judge a little smaller and the lawyer's box bigger, unfortunately. I mean, I can, but I can't do it in real time.
my first semester where I was filling everything out, I would take no less than 24 hours a semester because I'm like, it's cheaper. After a certain point, you don't have to pay for it. And in my mind, I was like, hey, I took 6 classes in high school. This is doable. We're ready. Yes.
All right, so did you know?
And then over the summer, it was 12 to 14. Yeah. All right, everyone, please be seated. And state you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge.
So, Doctor, let me ask you a few follow-up questions. Have you done other autopsies for car crash victims?
Oh, yes.
Okay. And the injuries that you saw on Eric, would those be consistent with the injuries that would happen in a car crash?
Yes.
Okay. And that would be the blunt force trauma injuries?
Correct.
Okay. Can you describe to the jury what is a blunt force trauma injury?
Blunt force injuries is a category of injuries that are due to something hitting the body or the body hitting something that is flat and broad. That could be a fist, that could be a baseball bat, that could be asphalt. But it's the concept as opposed to, say, a ballistic injury or a sharp force injury. If something broad and flat hits the body or the body hits it, it creates what we call blunt force injuries. On the outside, those look like scrapes and bruises. On the inside, it's often fractures or injuries to the organs.
And blunt force trauma is consistent with the injuries that you saw on Eric?
Yes, the craniocerebral injuries I described are a type of blunt force injury.
Okay. Now let me ask you about the alcohol that was found in Eric's blood. Do you know if that's based on the serum or the whole blood that was extracted from Eric?
So we draw whole blood, but it is spun and turned into separated serum for blood testing.
Okay. Are you aware if the serum would... Okay.
Use your words, sir.
This one. Okay.
May I first witness, Judge?
Yes.
All right. So, Doctor, this is a USB from the photos that I showed you from a DVD that I showed you earlier. Are you familiar with the photos that are on here?
Yes.
Okay. Clear and accurate representation of what you saw and photographed that day?
Yes.
Okay. Judge, we'd like to admit State Exhibit 47 into evidence pending objection.
Judge, I reviewed that. We've corrected any objections we had on the prior exhibit. We have no objections to this exhibit.
All right, State Exhibit number 47 is admitted without objection.
Thank you, Judge. Permission to publish.
Granted.
Today. Skip on.
We're not going to see these autopsy photos unless they're a little bit on the screen there. Hopefully nothing is shown that's too intense.
Go through these photos one by one, Doctor, okay?
The defendant is right up here above. See my mouse on the screen? He's straight up from that. I can't put my mouse that high, but
all right.
He's in that blue suit.
Doctor, can you describe to me what we have photographed here?
This is a picture of the outside of the body bag upon receipt.
And is there a identification number on there?
There is. The unique identifying case number for this case and on this photograph is 2023-0745.
And is that the case number that's associated with Eric Michael Moody?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to the next photo. And what do we see here?
This is a wristband on the decedent with that same case number.
Okay. And what do we see here?
A picture of a hand.
Okay. Are there any injuries to the hand?
It's difficult to tell because it's dirty.
Oh, okay. What's the difference between, like, are there clean photos, dirty photos?
During an examination, we will take photos as the body is received. So whatever they are wearing, if there's any dirt or blood or something on them, we will take a series of dirty photographs as is. And then after we remove clothing and things from the body, we will wash the decedent and take a series of clean photographs.
Dirty autopsy photos?
And what do we see here?
The palm of a hand.
And this is all during the same examination?
Yes.
Okay, so this is Michael Moody's hand?
Correct.
I'm sorry, Eric Moody's hand.
Yes.
And what do we see here?
A hand. A hand.
A hand.
A hand.
A hand.
A hand.
Is this a different hand?
It is.
Okay.
Same decedent.
Okay, same decedent. All right.
I'm sorry, that's funny.
Also
And is this, I see there, it looks like there's some appendages that are on the decedent there. What are those?
the EKG leads, the blue, is that what you're?
Appendages?
Yes. Those are cardiac monitor pads.
Okay. And are those left on the decedent when they're transported?
Correct.
Okay.
And the wrist identifying band.
Oh, and is there a name on there now?
There is.
What is the name?
Eric Moody.
All right. What are we seeing here?
This is the start of the series of dirty overall photographs.
Okay. For purpose of the record, can you describe the state of the body, where the blood injuries are that you can see?
I can see that there is a deceased person with some partially cut clothing. Again, due to debris and blood, I cannot adequately assess injuries based on these dirty photographs.
Okay. Where is the bloodiness, for lack of a better term, located on the body?
I see what appears to be blood on the head, on the chest, on the arms.
Okay. And what are we seeing here?
Another photograph of the decedent.
And here?
His legs.
And what are we seeing here?
There are a series of photographs from the side. There'll be a series of them on both sides of the decedent, starting at the head and working down to the feet.
And if we can zoom in here a little bit, it looks like, what is this right here?
It appears to be gauze.
Okay. What do we see here?
A picture of his midsection. His legs. Opposite side of the body. Same.
Same.
Okay. And what do we see here?
So after we removed clothing and clean off the body, a same series of photographs will be taken now, but in a more clean environment.
Okay, I'm just going to click through these for the jury.
Going past
Can you
these
describe
photos.
What is this right here?
Those are abrasions or scrapes.
Okay, and these would be the abrasions and scrapes that you described in your report?
Yes.
What is this right here?
On every person that comes through our office, we take what we call an identification photograph, where it is the decedent's face along with a placard with that unique identifying number so that we can affiliate the image, the face, with that unique case number.
Okay. Back to the beginning. Okay. Thank you so much, Doctor. State passes the witness.
All right, defense.
Your Honor, I don't have any questions.
All right, is this witness excused or subject for recall?
Excused by the state.
Excused by the defense.
All right, the rule has been invoked. You're not allowed to discuss your testimony with anyone or view anything about this trial until the trial has concluded.
Yes.
All right, thank you. If you'll remove the little microphone and if you'll leave the exhibits with the court reporter, please. Thank you. All right, state, if you'll call your next witness.
At this time, the state calls Antonio Lerma.
Antonio. It's done.
All right. If you can raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right. You may have a seat. There's a gray microphone up there that swear. If you could put that somewhere on your shirt, please. Yes, it's for the court reporter to hear.
Love
and
the
just
shirt.
make sure you keep your voice up so everyone can hear. If you'll state your name for the record.
Jr.
All right. You may be, everyone, you may be seated.
Judge, I've got an objection to this witness.
Ooh.
All right. If you all will approach.
We have an objection to this witness, says defense, and then they approach. Let's see if we can zip through the... looks like the jury was just asked to leave. And let's see how this one ends. The Habit brand of shirts are sold at Sam's Club. Budget fishing shirts make up most of my closet. Can't wear the green ones, though, because they disappeared.
2025 or fairly recently. This email, but I just want to make sure we'd be able to get into it.
Sure.
During trial.
So the email you received was before the 20 days that you were
Correct, Your Honor. Yes, it was.
All right, so then are you withdrawing your request to exclude the witness?
I think the court's ruled on it, and I'll accept the court's ruling.
And Judge, we would just re-urge our motion in limine regarding.
Judge, no, it's admissible. So we're waiting that subsection of the motion in limine.
All right, and who is his attorney?
It's Bradley Thornton.
All right, and you'll see the second time.
He is, Your Honor.
All right, so this is what I suggest we do. We'll take a recess and see if that attorney, even though I know the case has been dismissed, see if that attorney is available. At the very least, this witness is allowed to speak to that attorney before beginning that witness.
We need an attorney.
I guess I just have a question. If that attorney does not want to appear, does the court want to appoint someone or just proceed with all?
Yes, we can do that.
Okay, we'll double check on that, but I think we may have to.
This must be the passenger.
Prior counsel was retained, and I think they have a certain view of what that means.
Okay.
And Judge, just for the record, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I think the statute of limitations has run on this case for them to be able to refile it.
I understand certain things, but based upon what has been read in that email into the record, there are some issues that could possibly occur. And I just want to make sure he has an attorney.
Absolutely, Judge.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to excuse the jury. We will be back at 1:15 to continue with this. And Deputy Laura, can you let the jurors know any objections to Deputy Laura or myself instructing the jurors to remember my previous instructions? And we'll be back.
Nope. No objections, Your Honor. As a matter of fact, we're back already. It's 1:15. Welcome. Witness, please take the stand, if you would. This is the passenger. That's why we're getting an attorney here to consult with the witness before he answers questions, because he may be answering a question that implicates him in a crime. Fleeing the scene, failure to render aid, could be some other things as well. There's firearms involved in the vehicle. So let's see what happens here as we wait for the jury to come back and the witness is going to continue testifying. Give him a minute. We're going to get through, we're halfway through yesterday's testimony, and then we're going to pick up with what's happening today live in her court as we're getting caught up with this case, which should only be a couple days, might go to the end of the week. Do we ever find out what's in the boxes? Not yet. We're waiting for someone to turn around and grab the box that's right behind the witness and tell us if those are in fact gloves or, I don't know, a pair of Ray-Bans. I have no idea what's in those boxes, but I'm curious. All right, here we go. Ready, Judge? Just waiting for the jury.
All right, everyone, please be seated. And state, if you'll just recall your witness.
Yes, Judge, the state calls Antonio Lerma.
All right, so to the witness, you've previously been sworn, so you're still under oath. Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, to Mr. Lerma's right is his attorney. And I'm going to give you some instructions in regards to that, so please hear me clearly. A witness has the right to be represented by counsel. You may not consider the presence of an attorney for any witness as evidence of guilt, liability, credibility, or wrongdoing. You must not draw any inference for or against any party from the fact that a witness consulted with or was accompanied by counsel. Does everyone understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. State, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Was a witness sworn, Judge?
Yes.
Mr. Lerma, how old are you currently?
I am 27 years.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to speak up a little bit just because I'm a little hard of hearing and I want to make sure that the jury hears you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So you said you're 27 years old, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, that is correct.
Do you currently live in Bexar County, Texas?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived in Bexar County, Texas?
I'm not too sure, but it's been a couple of years.
Did you grow up in Bexar County, Texas?
I moved to Bexar County when I was 6 years old from Laredo. And then after, I believe it was, if I'm not mistaken, it's 11 or 12, we ended up moving back there for a year to Laredo and then came back to Bexar County.
Okay. And ever since then, have you lived here in Bexar County?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you attend school here in Bexar County?
Yes, ma'am.
What high school did you attend?
I attend Harlandale.
Okay. And are you currently employed?
Yes, ma'am.
What field of work are you in?
I do dispatching and maintenance for a trucking company.
Okay. Now you're here today because you were involved in a motor vehicle crash. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. That's correct.
Okay. Now regarding the crash that we're here for today, ultimately, were you charged for being the passenger in that vehicle?
Meaning like the misdemeanor?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So is it your understanding that you were charged with a misdemeanor offense for failing to report the crash?
Yes.
Okay. And ultimately, regarding that, did you have an attorney at the time that obtained a dismissal for you in exchange for truthful testimony in this trial?
I'm sorry, what was the question again?
So I guess at the time that you were dealing with
got
the
a deal.
misdemeanor for being the passenger, did you hire an attorney at that time?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what happened with that misdemeanor?
It got dismissed.
Okay. And was that case dismissed in agreement for you to be here today and tell the truth to the jury?
Sorry, well, like
Did you have an agreement to provide testimony in this case and tell the truth to the jury?
not that I'm aware of, no. Or
Did your attorney broker speak with a state's attorney?
Yes.
Okay, and you agreed to be here today and tell the truth about what happened. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now,
He's like, I don't have a deal.
I want to ask you, do you know an individual by the name of Robert Castillo?
Yes, ma'am.
And how do you know him?
I've known him from working on Take 5. He was my boss.
Okay. And when you say Take 5, what kind of business is that?
That is a oil change company.
Okay. And is that located in San Antonio, Texas, Bexar County?
The location that he was my boss in, yes.
Okay. And I guess, can you kind of describe to the jury the relationship that you had with him? Was it purely a work relationship, or did you all become friends?
We ended up becoming friends. Right after he was my store manager, and then from there he ended up becoming my district manager, and we stayed now as coworkers and friends.
Okay. And would you hang out with him outside of work?
Sometimes.
All right. Now, on March 24th, going into the morning of March 25th of 2023, were you hanging out with the defendant outside of work?
The night, you said?
Yeah, the night of the crash.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So can you explain to the jury who all you were hanging out with on that night?
Yes. So it was Robert, myself, and then one of my employees, which was I believe his name was Ayden, and Jared, and then Ayden's girlfriend as well.
Okay. Do you know Jared's last name?
Lopez.
Okay. And so where were you all hanging out on the night of the crash prior to the crash?
That night we were hanging out in El Camino.
Okay. And what type of business is that?
That is, it has a bunch of food trucks there, and that, well, yeah, a bunch of food trucks in that little lot there.
Okay. Do they sell food there?
Yes, ma'am.
And do they also sell alcohol there?
Yes, ma'am.
And the party that you all were with, were you all consuming alcoholic beverages?
As far as I'm aware of, yes.
What type of alcoholic beverages were you all consuming?
It was screwdrivers.
Okay. Do you know what is inside of a screwdriver?
Yes, ma'am.
What is that?
That is vodka and orange juice.
Okay. And so after El Camino, where all did you go?
So after El Camino, we were walking to Robert's apartment, but from there, right after El Camino, we ended up stopping like not even 5 minutes at this little spot that we had to cross. And they were there joking around, dancing, but I said like not even 5 minutes. And then from there, we ended up walking to Robert's apartments.
And to the best of your knowledge, where was Robert's apartment located?
Near the Pearl.
Okay. And once you all arrived at Robert's apartment, who all was there? Was it the same people that were there at El Camino as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what did you all do at Robert's apartment?
So at Robert's apartment, we were just all talking. I know at his apartment they had one more beer, as far as I'm aware of, and we were just there talking. And then everybody left, and then from there, me and Robert stayed. Well, I was supposed to spend the night at Robert's house. Me and Rob stayed talking, and then took a shower after. I took a shower after that, and then that's when we stayed talking about picking up his. I'm guessing his baby mama's keys.
Okay. So you stated that you were supposed to stay the night there at that apartment complex with Robert, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And so while you all were there at the apartment complex prior to departing from the apartment complex, did you observe Robert trying to make a phone call to someone? Or was he trying to get in contact with someone?
I believe it was his baby mama, but as far as that I'm aware of, I believe she did not answer.
Okay. And so at some point on that night, did you all depart from the apartment complex?
Yes.
Okay. And what type of motor vehicle did Robert have?
Tesla Model 3, I believe.
And what color was that?
White.
Okay. And so when you all decided to leave the location, what motor vehicle did you and Robert get into?
Tesla Model 3.
And what color was that?
White.
And just really quick, do you see Robert here in the courtroom today?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you please point to him and identify him by an article of clothing that he's wearing?
What was that, sir?
Can you point to him and identify him by like a article of clothing that he's wearing?
Yes. I believe it's a blue suit.
Okay. Now, when you all get to the motor vehicle, who enters into the driver's seat of that white Tesla?
Robert.
And what seat did you enter?
The passenger seat.
And was there anyone else in that motor vehicle?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And where did you all go to from the apartment complex?
So from the apartment complex, we were supposed to be going to his baby mama's house to pick up her vehicle.
Okay. Do you know where she lived or no?
No, ma'am.
All right. And so the defendant, or Robert, the defendant, got into the driver's side of the motor vehicle after consuming alcoholic beverages. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And so when you all leave from the apartment complex, do you remember what path of travel you took?
No, I don't remember the streets, but I know it was on Highway 35.
Okay. And do you recall what direction of travel it was on 35? Like, was it headed north or to a different?
South.
Okay. Kind of towards like Laredo, is that fair to
Yes,
say?
that is correct.
Okay. And do you remember if you all took an exit to get off of the highway at some point?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember what exit that was?
It was Alamo.
Okay. And is that located here in San Antonio, Texas, Bear County?
Yes.
All right. Now, once you all arrive at that intersection at Alamo, do you recall what happened at that intersection?
Yes.
What happened?
Are you talking about the exit, right?
Yes.
Okay. So from there, there was a vehicle in front of us. Vehicle had passed the red light. From there, Robert had followed him, and then that's when we met up in the other intersection at the light.
Okay. So when you all exited off of the highway, there was a light at the intersection of Alamo. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And so that light was red?
Yes.
Okay. And to your knowledge, were there camera footages on the Tesla that recorded what we're referring to today?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what we were expecting, some Tesla footage. We're not going to be able to see this very well, but...
All right.
Mr.
Mr. Lerma, so I'm going to show you what has been marked as State's Exhibit number 48. Do you recognize this disc?
Yes.
Have you previously viewed the contents of this disc?
Yes.
Okay, and does this contain fair and accurate camera footage from the Tesla on the night of the crash?
Yes.
Okay, and you've reviewed it. It's not been changed in any way. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Judge, at this time, the state is tendering State's Exhibit 48 to the defense and offering the same.
Judge, I am going to need to view this, I think.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if
all
you
this
all will
evidence?
step outside and I'll bring you back in, please remember my previous instructions.
All right, Judge.
We're gonna skip ahead because we can. It bugs me that he hasn't reviewed any of this evidence. He's like, I haven't. It's like it's the first time he's seen it. Let's see if the judge says anything to them for a second. We'll skip ahead. Just tells him, don't talk to anybody. You can go. Leave the microphone. It's not yours. He steps down. We go on break. Defense attorney is reviewing the Tesla video camera footage. Oh, there's a little blip in here we need. Right there. Let's see what happens here.
I mean, he's going to testify and they'll be able to cross-examine him on that. But I believe the witness goes to the weight, not the admissibility.
All right. So if somebody can play the video for me and have me view that, I can step down and view it. How long is the
You
video?
just want us to put it up on
Yes.
here for you? Okay.
All right, now the judge is reviewing it. Looks like she's done. Jury's coming back in. We're going ahead with this.
All right, everyone, please be seated. And state it's your witness. I believe you were offering into evidence states exhibit number 48.
Yes, Judge.
All right. That objection will be overruled. States exhibit number 48 will be admitted.
Permission to publish, Your Honor.
Granted.
Okay, Mr. Lerma, I'm going to show you those videos that we previously talked about in States Exhibit number 48. I'm going to ask you to look at the screen to your right, and if you can't see clear enough on that screen, please feel free to turn around and look at the big screen, okay?
And Your Honor, just for the record, if they're going to introduce one of these clips, if we could get them to designate the number of that video as well as the side of the repeater that it's indicating.
All right. State, are you able to do that?
Sure, Judge.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so the video that we're currently viewing is the front repeater or front camera. And who is that that's in the frame?
That is me.
Okay, and what color shirt are you wearing?
Black.
Okay, and what kind of shorts are you wearing?
Cow print shorts.
What kind?
Cow print.
Cow print?
And so where were you walking at this time?
Passenger side up there.
Cow print shorts. We see nothing.
All right. And the next video that I'm publishing is off of States Exhibit number 48 is 1-16-09 left repeater.
I'm not hearing any audio.
And who is that?
That is Robert.
I assume it's probably going to show them staggering a little bit.
Do you know what kind of shoes he was wearing on that day?
White Crocs.
Okay, so the Crocs are his. I thought it was the victims. We saw the white Crocs yesterday.
And what side of the motor vehicle did he enter into?
Driver's side.
All right.
After having the ribs for dinner last night, I decided to have a salad for breakfast, and it's put me to sleep.
All right, the next video is 1-16-09 right repeater. And so where is the car located in these videos?
And the parking garage of his apartment.
Okay. And so from the parking garage, is that where you all took off to go to the mother of his children's house?
Yes.
All right. Now in this video that's being published, who is that
Mother of
entering
his
the
children.
passenger side?
That is.
Okay.
She doesn't say baby mama.
And the next video is 1-16-49 back.
Still nothing visible for us. It's a short video at least. Maybe we'll get a description here.
And is that the apartment building that we see in the background? Is that the apartment where Robert's apartment was located and you were staying that night?
Yes.
Okay. And next video is 1-16-49 front.
This is the camera that possibly picks up the actual impact with a pedestrian.
And so in this view, if you kept traveling straight, would that take you into the Pearl District of San Antonio?
Yes.
Okay. And the apartment complex that we're seeing on the left, was that Robert's apartment complex?
Yes.
And this video is 1-16-49 left repeater.
We're still at 1.25 speed, so this is sped up a little bit. Looking for a reaction on the witnesses. We're watching the video. May show the crash here in just a moment. Maybe that was it.
And this video is 1-17-50 front. And so on this video, do you know where you're headed? If you're headed to the highway, or where are you going?
This is going towards the
Shugal AZ, thank you very much for the laughing disco ball. Appreciate it. What we're waiting to hear is the testimony about what was happening that forced them to drive at a high rate of speed and leave the lane of travel and enter the sidewalk area. We've heard that there's potentially bullet holes in the Tesla in the back.
This next video is 1-18-51 front.
For Ladybugs, I'm going to keep an eye on the
And
docket.
is this showing the motor vehicle
up.
continue toward the highway?
Let's see.
And is this where the vehicle is getting onto 35X you previously testified to?
Yes.
And this is 1-19-53 front.
Wow, there's a lot of subpoenas set out for this case.
And is this that exit for South Alamo?
19 of them.
And what color is the traffic light at this intersection?
Red.
And this is 1-20-53 front. Is that traffic light still red?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what did that vehicle in front of the white Tesla do?
Passing that night.
And what did the white Tesla do in response?
Passed away night.
So there was an altercation with another car.
All right. And so on the video that we just saw, we see that other vehicle. How would you describe that other vehicle? Was it an SUV or a small car?
An SUV.
Okay. So we see the SUV start to apply its brake lights. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Okay. And so after Robert runs the red light, what occurred between Robert and that other SUV?
After the red light, Robert, the other gentleman had rolled down the window, and Robert was telling the guy like, "Hey, buddy, you just ran the red light." So from there, the other guy took it serious and was like, "Well, I mean, what are you gonna do about it?" And they started exchanging words.
Okay. When they were exchanging words, were they arguing? Was it friendly? What was the demeanor of that?
Robert said it jokingly. You know, he was joking around, but of course, not everybody plays around the same. So the other guy took it serious, and it turned into a serious altercation.
Okay. And so after the other driver took it serious, did that make Robert upset?
I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. His voice stayed the same.
Okay.
From when he had first told him something about the red light.
All right. Did Robert have something in his lap that he showed the other motor vehicle?
Robert had his pistol on his lap.
Okay. And I guess what did the other motor vehicle do when they saw that the defendant had the pistol in his lap?
All right, I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
What did the other motor vehicle and driver do when he observed Robert had the pistol in his lap?
All right, the objection will be overruled.
So once the other driver saw the firearm, he just kind of moves back, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. Now, did Robert ever fire that pistol at all?
No.
Okay. So, and where was that pistol located on the defendant?
It was on his lap.
Okay. And so after that SUV moved back, then what occurred?
So once the gentleman had kind of moved back, they were still exchanging words. And of course, I was telling Robert, "Let's just go. Let's leave it alone. Let's just go." And then from there, then he ended up driving off.
Okay. Now, during this dispute, which you've described as a serious verbal altercation, did Robert stay in the vehicle? Did he open the door? Did he get out of the vehicle?
Robert opened the door of the truck. Of the Tesla. That's why I'm guessing that's why the other drivers saw the firearm.
Okay. Now I'm going to publish some of these videos. And so this is, for the record, 1-20-53 left repeater.
There's lots of quiet pauses. I'm getting some rest in. At least I wasn't snoring, right? I was lurking.
And this is 1-20-53 right repeater.
I've looked at the docket. I can't see the case documents filed yet anywhere. They might not be available on the docket. Let's see. Show all.
And so does that kind of capture some of that exchanging of words that you previously testified to?
This one.
Okay. Okay, and this is 1-21-54 left repeater. And so what is shown here?
That is the driver's side door opening.
Okay.
We're probably going to get all caught up before she goes live this morning. Judge Boyd is just handling docket work right now.
So I guess after the exchanging of words, did Robert take off or did he stay there exchanging words?
They stayed there for a bit, exchanging the words, and then after a while, he ended up taking.
Okay.
And they ended up taking him off after a while.
So when he took off, can you kind of describe the speed at which he took off? Was it slow or fast?
It was pretty fast.
Okay.
Pretty fast.
And so when the defendant takes off driving the motor vehicle, did you hear something that caused you concern?
I heard gunshots.
Okay.
Is it possible for him to move the microphone up?
No, not that one. The one that's in.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, or if you
Yes.
speak a little bit
Yeah,
louder.
of course. This one?
Also, if you could just keep your voice up, okay?
Yes.
All right. And so you stated that you heard gunshots, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And so at any point prior to you hearing that, did you see the driver of that other motor vehicle display any type of weapon toward you or the defendant?
No.
Okay. And at this time, did you have a gun or firearm?
No.
Okay. And so I guess I'm gonna, well, so then when you all take off, then what happened after you take off from the exchanging of words?
So after we took off, we heard gunshots. I had dug down, and then from there, felt a bump. And then when I opened my eyes, we're hitting a wall.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the accident. He had ducked down, so he
And this is
visually didn't see what happened.
1-21-54 front.
But he has testified that they heard
So
gunshots.
what color is the light here at this intersection?
It is red.
And what color did the light change to?
Green.
That's what's being testified to, that he was basically being shot at and fleeing that, but when the accident happened. It would explain the speed, failing to navigate the corner, going up on the sidewalk.
And this is 1-21-54. And so at this time that's being displayed during the verbal altercation, at any time, did you see anyone other than the defendant with a firearm?
No.
Megan, what an awesome day. Congratulations. Hope you took a lot of pictures. I don't know, does anyone have a Tesla that can tell us, do the cameras record audio as well, or are they just video? I don't have a Tesla. Just video. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate that.
And this is 1-21-54 left repeater.
We did hear about pictures yesterday of the back of the car that had possible bullet holes in it. So it is possible that his car was shot at.
And so I guess in this, you stated that you heard bullets, but you were unsure whether the car was ever struck or not. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, one more time.
You testified that you heard bullets, but you did not know whether the car was actually hit by bullets or not. Is that correct?
That is correct.
You actually heard the gunshots. Bullets just whizzed through the air. If you hear those, you're really close. Whether it's a ricochet or something. Makes that sound. It's really cool. Unless it's coming towards you.
And so after the crash, did you and the defendant stay in the motor vehicle or did you exit the motor vehicle?
We exited the motor vehicle.
Okay. After you exited the motor vehicle, what happened?
We ended up going, I'm not too sure where it was at, but I know we took off from there. Robert had stopped, and then I caught up to Robert, and then I had told him that he needed to call 911, and I was trying to call one of my family members to try to get away from the situation.
So I'm going to back up a little bit.
Yes, ma'am.
So you exit out of that passenger side of the motor vehicle, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And then Robert exits from the driver's side of that motor vehicle, is that correct?
That is correct.
Did either you or the defendant get out and make an inspection of what exactly you hit?
No.
Okay, and so you did not determine, and the defendant did not determine whether a human was involved in this crash, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Even though we see on the state's exhibit that you're quite literally pushing and nudging the door into the body of the victim, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and so what did you think was prohibiting you from opening that door?
I thought it was from the crash. I thought the door was damaged.
Okay. And so you did not make an inspection and the defendant did not as well. Is that correct?
We did not.
And so where did you go after you exited the passenger side?
I went towards the driver's side.
Okay. And then at this time, did you communicate with the defendant?
Once I had caught up to him, I did talk to him.
Okay. And what did he tell you?
Well, he was saying, I'm sorry, and we gotta go.
Okay. And did you all leave from that location? Where did you go?
So we did leave the crash site. We went towards the road that's on the driver's side. I'm not too sure exactly where we stopped at.
Okay. And at some point,
That's Alamo, right?
Was there a discussion about whether 911 should be called?
Yes, ma'am.
And can you explain how that conversation went to the jury?
Yeah. So once we exit out the vehicle, and we took off from the crash site, all I hear is Lerm. As usually what everybody would call me at take 5 was Lerm, saying we gotta go, we gotta go. So then from there, once I had got up to him, I had told him that he should call 911, and then I was trying to call a family member.
Okay. And so at this time, did you have your cell phone on you?
Yes.
And were you trying to make a phone call?
Yes.
And what happened when you were trying to make this phone call?
Robert had came to me and he said, we gotta go. And I was like, bro, you gotta call 911, let them know what just happened. Now they're shooting at us. And then from there, I had shoved him and then I had took off from there.
Okay. Was he trying to take your phone from you or what was going on?
Yes.
And so did you all ever return to the crash scene and make contact with police that night?
No.
Okay. So after that dispute regarding the phone and calling 911, did you leave that secondary location with the defendant or did you go your separate ways?
After I talked to him, you said?
After you all get in the argument about the cell phone.
Oh, I had separated myself.
Okay. And then do you know where he went after that?
No.
At some point after the crash, did you yourself call 911?
Yes, early that morning.
Okay. And what happened when you called 911?
Once I had found out what had happened, I had called 911, and then I got brought down to, I believe it was this building.
Oh, was it, because this is the courthouse, were you brought to the courthouse or to the police department headquarters?
It's the next building that's over the next tower.
Okay. And so when you were taken to that building, did you speak with a detective regarding what occurred?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did you speak with him voluntarily?
Yes.
And when you spoke with that detective, or I guess before you spoke with that detective, had the defendant or members of his family tried to reach out to you?
Before I spoke to the detective, nobody had called me. I know I had received some calls when I was talking to the detective.
And who are those calls from?
Robert.
Okay. Had he texted you prior to you meeting with the detective?
Yes, ma'am.
What did he text you?
He's saying
It's hearsay.
This defendant's own statement against interest, Judge.
The objection will be overruled.
he has said, all good, keys are on the porch.
And referring to those keys, whose keys were those?
They were mine.
Okay. And where did you leave those keys?
I had left it in his apartment.
Okay. And when you spoke with the detective, had you been charged with any offense at that time?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And so when you spoke with him, did you know that there was a risk that you could get in trouble or no?
No, ma'am.
Okay. But you still spoke to him and told him basically what you've told this jury today. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. That's correct.
Okay. And just really quick. So kind of just going back to earlier in the day when you stated that you all were at El Camino, can you take a look at State's Exhibit number 49 and 50, review them, tell me if you recognize what this is?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are these a fair and accurate depiction of receipts from El Camino that night on March 24th of 2023?
Yes.
And is that your name on these two tabs?
Yes.
And the state is tendering State's Exhibits number 49 and 50 to defense and offering the state.
All right, State's Exhibits 49 and 50 are admitted without objection.
Permission to publish, Judge.
Granted.
Okay. And so if we're looking at State's Exhibit, starting with State's Exhibit number 49, is this right here your name contained on this receipt?
Yes, ma'am.
And can you just kind of describe the alcoholic beverages that were purchased in this tab?
That is one Tostitos and one Patron. So.
Okay.
Patron.
So one Tito's and orange, is that synonymous with a screwdriver?
What was that, sir?
The one Tito's vodka and orange juice, is that synonymous with a screwdriver?
To my understanding, yes.
Okay. And then in State's Exhibit number 50, can you state what was purchased in this tab?
Four Patron soda.
Okay. And so I guess when you all were at El Camino, was 4 Patron silver, did you consume those yourself, or was everyone buying drinks for everyone? How was that occurring at El Camino?
Everybody was just, they were buying drinks for everyone.
Okay. At this time, Your Honor, Judge, at this time, we pass the witness.
All right, defense, are you ready to proceed?
Okay. I think they're going to focus on the bullet holes.
Yes, ma'am.
So you said,
No, the one on the table. Thank you.
you said you were employed by State Farm.
Yes, ma'am.
What years were you employed at State Farm?
I don't remember. I know I've been there since I was 18, and I recently just quit when I was, I believe I was 26.
And
it's a long time to work at oil change.
I had quit Take 5, I would say a little bit over a year ago.
And where are you working at?
I am working with AJ Express Inc.
And during your time, almost 10 years at State Farm, how many of those years did you work with Robert?
I'm not too sure, to be honest with you.
You know when you first met Robert?
The first time I had seen him, but not really talked to him, was an event that they had. We had to go to a O'Reilly's, and we went to the back, and they were doing like this demonstration of like, what can we get from there? What can we order? That was the very first time I had seen him.
Right. And was that 5 years into it? Was that
I believe that was like 2 years, 3 years of me working into Take 5.
Okay. So is it fair to say at the time that you met Robert, the time you quit, you had known him for approximately 6 years?
Somewhere later, sir.
Okay. When did you guys start to become friends?
We became friends a little bit after he became my store manager.
And what was your friendship like?
Yeah, so we would well sometimes hang out at work, of course, and then whenever we had like work events where they would let us do like a barbecue there at the shops, after they closed, we'll just hang out there.
Was that often?
It was sometimes. It wasn't always a like a every week thing or every single 2 weeks. It wasn't like that. It was just here and there.
But it was frequently enough for you to call him your friend.
Yes.
Did you guys communicate outside of work?
Yes.
Text messages and phone calls?
Yes.
Any other forms of or platforms of communication that you use, social media? Right?
Just Instagram.
Okay. And since you were friends with him, did you know his relationship status or his family status?
Yes and no. I would hear him, what he would say, like, "Oh, together, we're not together," or little things like that. I wouldn't always keep tabs on.
And earlier you said you referred to he's called the baby mama. Do you know her name?
I do not.
Okay, so the mother of his children, you never knew her name.
I've heard it before. I just don't remember.
So you guys become friends at some point, start hanging out, and then going back to March of 2023. What is the reason for you guys going out that night?
So the reason why we had went out that night was they were kind of remodeling the shop. They were redoing the floors and the shops of San Antonio. And the guy that had wanted to do the floors, to redo the floors, he was saying things about my shop that, hey, this is one of the cleanest shop in, Texas. He was just like, man, he was like, I haven't seen a shop. He's like, I've been to multiple shops. He was like, and I've never seen one like this. He was like really clean, very professional. So it was just kind of like a thank you for, keeping up to those brand standards that Take 5 had.
Okay, when you refer to the shop, you're talking about the Take 5 shop?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and who decided to go out and essentially celebrate your accomplishments?
That was Robert.
Okay, so Robert's taking you guys out, congratulating you on a job well done.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what is the plan for that?
So the plan was just to go to El Camino, and then that was pretty much it. That was just the whole plan.
Where did you guys meet?
We had met in his apartment.
Right, everybody?
Yes, everybody.
And how did you guys get to El Camino?
We went walking.
About what time was this at?
Leaving his apartment?
How did you guys plan to meet at Robert's?
I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. I just kind of like popped up in there. I had told him like, hey, this is, I'm here.
Under states, was it 49 and 50 that they just submitted? The timestamp for the first receipt is 9:09 p.m. Had you guys been at El Camino for a while, or had you just gotten there?
I believe we had just got there like a few minutes before.
So you think you guys met at Robert's apartment a little bit later in the evening?
Yes, I know I was there a little bit before. I think like an hour or so before we went to El Camino.
Were you guys drinking at his apartment prior to that?
Not that I recall.
And once you get to El Camino, I think you said there were food trucks there, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So do you guys all grab dinner at different food trucks, or what happens?
Yeah, so they, because every single food truck sells different things, so not everybody wanted the same thing, so everybody was just kind of like, oh, I'm gonna get this.
And did you eat dinner as well?
Yes.
And did everybody kind of go their own ways, buy their own dinner?
No, ma'am, I don't believe so.
So everybody's kind of paying for people's dinner?
I believe Robert had paid for dinner.
Okay, Robert paid for dinner. So he used his card or cash?
Yes.
Okay. And after you guys finished dinner, is that when you guys purchased the drinks?
No, it was I think it was during whenever we had ordered, like right after or somewhere around there.
And the receipt show, as Ms. Galloway just showed the jury, there's one screwdriver and there's one Patron on your first receipt at 9:09 p.m. And you said you bought those for other people?
Yes.
Okay. Who did you buy those for?
I don't remember.
Okay, so you don't know if it was Jared or Ayden or...
Yes, I do not remember.
And then at 9:55, you go back and you buy 4 more Patrons.
Yes, ma'am.
And did you consume that?
No.
So you didn't drink it all?
Not all by myself, no.
Well, that was my question.
Oh, okay.
Who did you buy these 4 Patrons for?
It was the people that were with the group.
Okay. Did you consume any of the alcohol on these receipts that evening?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How many drinks?
On that, I believe it was 2, if I'm not mistaken.
2 what?
It was sorry, on the receipts you said. So I know I had drank one of the screwdrivers, and then the patrons, they were split.
And you didn't have any of those patrons, the 4 patrons?
Not that I recall.
Would you recall if you
guys
had?
were kind of buying stuff for each other that night.
Yes.
Correct. So did anyone buy you any other drinks during that evening?
I know that night I had 2 screwdrivers. So I know it was the one that I had bought on my tab, and then somebody else had on that one. I don't recall who that was.
And just to confirm, you don't remember who consumed the 6 of these alcoholic beverages that are on your receipt?
It was the group that was there with us.
Well, I understand that, but there's 5 people in your group.
Yes, ma'am.
So you don't remember if Jared had all 4 of them from, or you don't know specifically who consumed what.
That is correct.
But you do know that you did not consume them other than 2 screwdrivers.
Yes, ma'am.
After you guys finish at the food truck area in El Camino, you stated that you walked somewhere and they were dancing.
Yeah, we had walked. I'm not too sure what that place is called. We had walked, and then there was like this statue or something that was there, kind of in the middle. And then Jared and Robert were like, "Hey, yeah," dancing around there. And then we left.
Where'd you leave to?
We went walking to Robert's apartment.
And did you guys just go to his apartment, or does his apartment have a pool? What did you guys do?
So his apartment does have a pool. We did, after we walked to his apartment, we did go into the swimming pool for a bit, and then from there we ended up going into his apartment.
And do you know approximately what time that was?
I do not, just because I didn't have my phone when we had went out.
Okay, you left it at Robert's apartment?
Yes.
Okay. When do the other people start to leave?
So we had, when we went into his apartment, we stayed there talking for a little bit, and then everybody just starts leaving. I said I didn't know the time. I wasn't really keeping tabs on it, but yeah.
And that's okay. I'm just trying to figure out, from the time you guys left El Camino,
yes,
you stopped at a different spot. You guys are having a good time as a group, dancing, and then you go and you guys swim.
Yes.
Right? You swim for like an hour, 2 hours?
We were there for a while in the swimming pool area.
Okay. And then does everybody, the whole group, all 5 of you go back to Robert's apartment?
Yes, ma'am.
You guys hang out?
Yes, ma'am.
And the people start to leave?
Yes.
How come you were staying the night?
Because my thing is, even if I have 1 beer, half a beer, or any alcohol, I don't like to drive out.
Okay. And with Ms. Galloway, the prosecutor, you had stated that Robert had drank. And if your rule is you are not going to drive if you drink, why did you get into the vehicle with Robert if you thought he was intoxicated?
I didn't think that he was, that it was like, how can I say this? That I would be in danger, you can say.
Why didn't you just stated earlier that you thought he was intoxicated? So how would you not think that you'd be in danger?
So whenever we had went to El Camino, to that full swimming pool area, to me it was just like, yes, I guess he's a little bit buzzed or so, but after staying there, swimming and staying there, talking to everybody, and then even after I showered, he didn't seem like he was intoxicated.
He was not intoxicated by the time you guys drove?
As far as my understanding, it's that I could see, to me, it didn't.
But he could safely operate a vehicle?
Yes.
So let's go back. People start leaving. You're going to stay tonight.
So you stayed drunk
because you
but
had
he sobered up.
drinks, correct?
Not too many, no.
Well, too many to operate a car safely. To go home.
I guess because of the limit. So.
You're not in trouble for that.
No.
I'm just trying. There's a lot to unpack here. So
Yeah. No,
right?
yes, yeah, no, of course.
Okay, so and you said you showered at some point.
Yes.
And once you get out of the shower, what happens?
So from after the shower, Robert had asked me if I can go with him to pick up the keys of the keys of his baby mama's.
I'm just gonna let you know her name is Ashley, which is a much more respectful name.
No, yes, yeah, I'm sorry. It's just that's what I know that would be like baby mama. So yeah. No, yes, ma'am. You said Ashley? Yes, ma'am.
So she calls.
No more baby mama.
I believe he called her.
Now, Do you know why he had to go pick up the keys from Ashley?
As far as that I'm aware of, the vehicle wasn't working. So he was planning to go get the keys, and then since I was going to spend the night, I was supposed to help him go pick it up in the morning and take it, I'm guessing, to go get fixed.
Okay. And you guys do that. You help each other out because you're friends.
Yes.
Once you leave the apartment on the videos, we see when when Robert is coming down the exit ramp and you guys are at the red light of South Alabama Street.
Yes, ma'am.
What happens at that point?
So from there, once the other driver passed the red light, all I hear Robert goes, oh, which is something that he does whenever he's playing around. He does these little shakes and, a sound, like, hey, so that's the sound that he had made.
And then he runs the red light as well.
And then he runs the red light as well, yes, ma'am.
He hiccups.
So after he passed the red light, Robert, I guess, catches up to the other driver, and they start exchanging words after that. Well, pretty much. Oh, no, you're good. Yeah, that's when Robert, when the other guy rolled down the window, Robert was like, hey, buddy, like, just pass the red light.
Okay, who started the conversation?
Robert did.
Robert did. Robert rolled his window down first?
Yes.
So Robert saw a guy run a red light. He ran the red light to catch up to him and then told the guy, hey, you just ran a red light, which he had just done as well. A firearm was brandished. Someone else shot possibly at his car, and he took off and crashed into a pedestrian, killing him.
Yes.
That's my understanding so far.
On the front first. Okay.
Okay, so at this point, Mr. Lama, you guys are just having a good time, enjoying the evening, going to get drinks, right?
Yes.
You guys aren't angry.
No.
You're not agitated.
No.
Now, do you see many people out on the road during this time, on the sidewalks or anything?
I've seen, I think from earlier, I think it was one person.
No, I mean in this video.
Oh, like in this video? No, ma'am.
Okay. And just a few seconds ago, we all saw the FJ changes lanes, correct?
Yes.
Was Robert doing anything to get his attention?
But even he just rolled down the window and he was just trying to match his speed.
Okay. But he's not flashing his lights or anything.
Not that I'm aware of.
We got a problem here.
No, ma'am, not that I'm aware of.
It's all just lighthearted.
Yes.
Okay. And then Mr. Lama, when that video we just saw, who was braking first? Did you see it?
I did not.
Go back to the end of this. Are you guys talking to each other at this point? You and Robert?
I don't believe so.
No? What's happening right here?
They are matching each other's speeds.
Are they conversing at all?
I think they start once they fully, I think it's when they fully stop.
Okay. How do they know? Like, we're both going to stop right here.
I'm not too sure, to be honest with you.
They
Robert
beat the
yelling
horn
at
a
him.
couple
Hey.
times.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Back to that biggest question, Mr. Lama. I want you to look at who stops and slows down first.
I'm guessing it was the other vehicle.
Do you see his brakes being applied?
Yes, ma'am.
He kind of swerved a little bit, right? It looked a little chaotic for a second there.
Yes.
Okay. And something is happening because they're both slowing down. Something's being exchanged at this point. Is that fair to say? Whether it's hand signals or words. Yeah. Okay. Because you both stopped at the green light.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Ms. Galloway talked about the firearm. I want to go back to that.
Yes, ma'am.
Where was the firearm when you guys got into the vehicle?
When we got into the vehicle?
Yes.
In the very first place, I don't know.
Did he bring it from his apartment?
That I recall, no, but I'm not too sure.
Okay. At what point do you realize the firearm in the car?
I had realized it whenever I had turned around and I had seen Robert.
When was that?
That's whenever they were on the when they were exchanging words.
So you go this whole ride and you don't realize there's a firearm on his lap until this instance?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So you see the firearm when the car door opens and it lights up?
It was a little bit before it opens that I had seen it.
But I mean, you're sitting right next to him, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you guys get in the car and you're in a well-lit parking garage.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you see him put a gun on his lap?
No.
It just miraculously appears when he opens the door?
Yeah, so whenever I looked at him and I saw him, that's the only time I've seen the firearm.
You said, so he sees the gun, the driver of the FJ sees the gun, and what happens when he sees the gun?
So whenever the other guy, once they open the doors and the other guy sees the firearm, he kind of just moves back a little bit, and that was pretty.
How do you know that he saw the gun?
Well, I'm guessing it's just because it was, inside the car, it was well lit.
Because it was very obvious for anyone that was next to him to see it?
Yes, ma'am.
But only when the car door opened and the light came on.
That I'm aware of, yes.
But you don't know for sure that the other driver saw the gun.
No, ma'am. Not for sure.
Does their conversation ever become heated?
After, I'm guessing, after a while, well, once he had told him, like, hey, yeah, past the red light, other dude just was like, well, what are you going to do about it? Right off the bat, he didn't, it was just like, so what's the problem? Like, nothing. It was just like, well, what are you going to do about it? And then they started going back and forth.
Okay. What else is said? What did they say? What are you going to do about it? And then what?
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
Robert start talking back to him? Like,
he is responding to the other driver aggressively. Not that I know of. I said he kept his voice the same way as whenever he jokes around.
Okay. Did you guys know that you were, in any kind of harm's way at all at that point?
I don't know about Robert or anything, but myself was just like, stop, go, we're all on way, and pretty much that's it. That's always been my thing, is like, if I could prevent from something happening, then I will.
Okay. Does the other driver open his door as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Who opens their door first?
I don't remember, to be honest.
You know why they opened their door?
No.
Did Robert ever get out of the vehicle?
No.
And then at some point, the tone changes because you guys start taking off.
Yes.
What happened to shift the tone?
So you're talking about like whenever he took off, like what made him go off? Like
what made Robert speed off?
Not too sure, to be honest with you. I just we were in the light, and I was just telling him like, hey, just leave it alone. Let's go, leave it alone. And then finally took off.
For no reason, just sped off.
From there, I know he had inched forward. That's what I seen in the video. Not too sure exactly if he sped off right as we heard the gunshots or it was before.
And you didn't see a firearm at all
from the other driver? No, ma'am.
The 120. Well, they're just all one after that.
54. Okay. The right repeater or left repeater? Right. This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Lerner. So this is when the conversation is still continuing between Robert and the other driver, correct?
Yes.
Are you saying anything?
I'm just saying let's go.
To Robert, but you're not engaging with this other driver?
No.
And does the other driver ever get out?
No.
What's he doing with his door open?
I'm not too sure what he was trying to do.
And is it okay if I come over there and use the mouse?
Of course.
Aurora Fed, thank you very much for the jewels.
Okay, Mr. Lerma, I might have to Dakin do this as well. Judge, is it okay if I approach
Yes.
the witness's screen? Okay, Mr. Lerma, I'm going to point something out to you on this screen that I'd like you to pay attention to.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's sorry. I'm gonna have to invade this.
No, you're fine. I can
Her
scoot over.
voice is so loud. Oh yeah, just everyone just pile onto the witness chair, everybody.
I'm gonna have you look right here in just a second. And for the jury, I want you to look right here
What about for us?
when we play the next second.
I'm just going to drag it through.
We're being dragged through.
Do you see that, Mr. Lama?
Yes, ma'am.
What does it appear that he's raising?
His arm.
His arm?
Yes.
He's raising his arm.
It doesn't look like a barrel of a weapon.
Not to me.
Not to you?
No, I mean,
Okay.
it's like his elbow.
His elbow?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. David, can you play it one more time?
Mm-hmm.
Now does it look like a weapon?
During this whole clip, Mr. Lerma,
Yes, ma'am.
just using context clues of watching it, do you see his elbow at all?
I just see like if he's.
Okay, so his motion of him leaning back, because he is leaning back in his seat.
Yes.
Do you think he's just leaning back and going like this?
No, ma'am.
No. So it's not his elbow.
Oh, yeah, it is his elbow.
So it is his elbow or it's not his elbow?
It is his elbow. He is leaning back. To me, it looks like his elbow.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're saying to you, it looks like he's leaning back and lifting his arm up.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. But shortly after this, you hear gunshots.
Yes.
And you are terrified in that moment, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But it's just his elbow?
I said I didn't see any firearm.
Okay. I'm asking today, when you're rewatching it, because in the moment it's hard to remember everything, right? As you're watching this, your testimony is that is his elbow?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. He also does something, if you play it at normal speed, he kind of goes like this. His body jerks. Do you see it when we play it? We're going to play it one more time.
If you can, please.
Okay. It's really hard to see, so you've got to be watching it.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you see his body jerk there?
A little bit, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is it reasonable to believe that could have been a gun?
I'm going to object as to speculation. The witness has already testified as to what his perception was.
Sustained.
Okay, Mr. Lambert, now I'm going to point out another part on that screen. Okay. It's the same. I need you to do. Okay, Mr. Lambert, I want you to pay attention. And again, it's a very small detail, but it's a very important detail.
Yes, ma'am.
I want you to look between the mirror
Okay.
and the pillar. I'm not a car girl.
No,
Okay.
You're fine.
The jury is between the mirror and the pillar.
Between the mirror and the pillar. Look right there.
Okay.
Play it from the state's computer.
All right, Mr. Lamb, are you ready? Because it happens really quick.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you happen to see anything in between those two?
Can you replay it, please?
I'll replay it.
He says no. Already he says what they
Let me see if I can help you.
defense says no, you can't help. That's you testifying. Defense says it's a gun. He says it looks like an elbow to me. But he did also say he thought he heard gunshots and he ducked down and then they hit something. They felt a bump, then he crashed into the wall and then he looked up and that was it. She is on defense, but she's going over to the prosecutor's table because the defense table is having trouble with their electronics. So they have to play everything from the prosecutor's computer. That's why it's confusing because she goes back to the prosecutor's side and then now to the defense side. Do you have something you've zoomed in and enhanced that we could see?
All right, so just one second. I'll give you some. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope they describe these pictures because this is key. It might be a mitigating factor, but I don't think it's still negligence, right? He made the mental choice to drive in his car while drunk. That's his own fault. Then he did
All right.
run a red light.
Everyone, we're going to take a break. That's okay. Thank you for giving me the break sign. All right, so I'm going to give you all a 10-minute break. Is that enough for everyone? Please remember my previous instructions. Everyone, please rise for the jurors.
All right.
We are going to skip ahead. We're almost done getting caught up with yesterday. Quick 10-minute break from 1:57 to judge. This is more than 10 minutes. It's become a 20-minute. There we go. Let's let the jurors come in. I like the witness. He's doing a good job. He's definitely a casual sort of guy, laid back. What is the break sign? I think it's either this or that. Like
all right, everyone, please be seated.
Kit Kat sign.
And defense, it's still your witness.
Defense exhibits 1, 3, 5, and 6.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, defense exhibits 1, 3, 5, and 6 are admitted without objection. Granted.
Can you tell us what they are?
Before we took the break, I was having you look at between, maybe called it a pillar, correct?
Yes.
And on the screen in just a second, you're going to see what I was trying to get you to see there.
Oh, that's probably good.
I think that shadow's coming from the lights over the jury.
Oh, see if I can get it in a place where you can see it better. Come on now.
Focus.
Your Honor, technology is great until it doesn't work.
There we go.
Better. Still well.
Do you want me to try to turn the white light on?
Yes, please.
Okay, Mr. Lama. In that picture, which I think is defense exhibit 1, is that correct? What do you see between the pillar and the mirror?
A light.
A light. And do you have any idea what that could be from?
It could be from anything.
Okay. Have you ever heard of the term a muzzle flash?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know what that is?
Yes.
What is it?
A muzzle
That is
flash.
a light after a shot. Gunshot.
A gunshot, correct? Okay. In defense exhibit, I'm going to have you look at defense exhibit 3 and 5 next. And this goes back to when you said it could be his elbow. I asked you, is it possible it's a gun? This is a still shot of that moment. Do you see that there, that black thing? Resting on the, I guess, the door window?
I see something there, yes.
Oh, come on. Come on. Struggle is real, folks. I'm sorry.
Man.
Yeah, please.
State says, look, this is painful. Let me
Okay,
just
that's
focus.
really grainy, really zoomed in, blurry picture. But there is an item there, correct?
Judge, I'm going to object that the witness has already stated what he viewed in this screenshot. So I would object to ask him answer.
Sustained.
Okay.
Just trying to make him say there's a gun there.
You stated you guys screenshot it.
The gunshots that I heard, yes.
Okay. And is it in conjunction with what could be a muzzle flash? Would that confirm your story or your belief that you were being shot at?
Judge, I'm going to object as to speculation.
Sustained.
Speculation.
It was speculation.
Okay, Mr. Lemon.
Okay.
Defense needs this guy to testify that
So
he was in fear for his life.
Robert is speeding off after this exchange. You hear gunshots.
Yes, sir.
Why did you duck down?
So the reason why I had ducked down was because a couple years back from this incident, my mother was shot and killed.
Okay. And
what?
But why were you ducking down? Because of the gunshots?
Yes, because of the gunshots. Yes.
So you were afraid for your life?
Yes, sir.
That's what they
because of
needed.
the past experience.
Yes.
Right. Mr. Lama, if you were in Robert's seat that night and you had a passenger in your car and there was this altercation that occurred and you heard the gunshots, would you have done anything differently?
Judge, I'm going to object as to improper and speculation.
Speculation.
And it's invading the province of the jury and a legal conclusion as well.
Response?
Withdraw the
So we're
question.
just asking for his personal opinion based off of this incident.
All right. The objection will be sustained.
Okay. Mr. Lerma,
Yes, ma'am.
do you believe that Robert's actions were reasonable given the surrounding circumstances?
Judge, I'm going to object as to calling for a legal conclusion. He's a lay witness and can't give an opinion as to that.
Sustained.
Okay, we'll move on. Are you ducked down the entire time that Robert is driving off?
Yes.
And at what time or at what point do you lift up your head?
A little bit after the bump.
Okay. And this whole time, are you being shot at, or do you feel like you're being shot at?
No, I just heard the gunshots from the beginning whenever he had to go.
How many gunshots did you hear?
I don't know. I just heard a couple.
Okay. So you feel the bump, you lift up your head. What do you do next?
From there, I black out for a little bit, and that's when I try to exit out the vehicle.
You blacked out then?
A little bit, as like we hit the wall.
Okay. So I think like you lost consciousness for a second?
Yeah, for a second, yes, ma'am.
And then that's when you exit the vehicle?
Yes.
When you're trying to exit the vehicle, is it easy for you to open the door?
No.
Why?
Because there was a body in the way.
What I thought was because of the door was damaged because of the crash.
Okay. Which ended up being Mr. Moody's body.
Yes, ma'am.
Just a second, go ahead.
Sure.
Okay.
We're wrapping up. Okay. I think it's all done.
That's perfect.
Right there?
Commissioner Leonard, this is a continuation after you hear the gunshots. At this point, you're ducked down?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you black out for a second and then you get out of the vehicle.
Yes.
You don't look down and see what was walking the door?
No, ma'am. I was dizzy. I had it after the impact.
You were dizzy when you got out of the car?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if you continue playing this, when it's full size and the border's not around there, you can actually see the top of your body. And on the video, it appears that you look down. Do you remember seeing the body that night?
No, ma'am.
But you just stated, right? You're scared.
Yes.
Were you scared for your life?
Yes, after the gunshots, yes, ma'am.
You saw Mr. Moody that night, didn't you?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Commissioner, you had to push his body to get out of the vehicle. On video, you look down at Mr. Moody. But it's fair to say, at the time, you didn't know the law, correct?
Yes. What do you mean? Like the...
You didn't know if you were in trouble or not.
Oh, no, ma'am. No, I didn't think I did anything
Wrong?
Yeah.
After you'd seen the body.
No, I didn't see the body that night.
He's denying seeing the body. Even
Is
though
it possible, just based off of the video,
it was right there?
that when you look down and it appears you see Mr. Moody, Is it possible that's why you run off and don't call 911 immediately?
No.
Okay. You stated earlier that you ended up calling 911 at some point.
In the early morning, yes, ma'am.
Okay, what time did you call 911?
I don't remember.
Did you call 911 or the non-emergency?
I believe it was not, man, I'm not too sure if it was 911 and then I asked for non-emergency or if it was 911 and then, yeah, I'm not too sure.
But this is in the morning, right? It's about 1:23 in the morning, correct?
I don't remember.
Based off the timestamp on the video.
Where's the timestamp? I'm sorry.
At the very, very top, it says one. Well, I guess it says one. I can't see that.
1:20, 1:54. Oh,
okay. And then you leave and you call 911 or the non-emergency. How many hours later?
I don't know. I just know it was. I know the sun was out.
Okay, so probably at least 7 hours, bare minimum.
You could say.
After this happened and you black out, you get out of the vehicle. Do you check on Robert at all?
After we had to exit out the vehicle, I don't believe so. That's where he when he had took off. He had stopped. I had just reached up to him.
He took off before you?
That I recall, yes.
Okay.
A little bit after, I guess, after me. I'm sorry, before me.
A little before you?
Yeah, before me, sorry.
Okay. On this video, Mr. Lambert, your door opens up around the 51-second mark. Okay?
Mm-hmm. The door said?
You must work to that 50-second mark.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see the time on there, Mr. Lambert?
I see on the very top.
Well, on the bottom, where the time the minute is telling you.
Oh, do you mind replaying it? Sorry.
What time did you see the door open on the side?
Around 1:55. Sorry, 55, 56
seconds. So there's a 4-second difference there. But you're saying you have to catch up to him?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, were you just standing there for the 4 seconds?
No, ma'am.
But you testified that you were running off because you were afraid for your life, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So were you in front of Robert or you were behind Robert?
I was behind him.
Behind him.
Yes.
So where do you see where I'm confused?
Yes.
There's a 4-second delay before his door even opens. You're already out of the car for 4 seconds. Are you standing there at the vehicle or are you running?
No, what I recall is after I had exited out the vehicle, I said I had felt, lightheaded, dizzy, and I went towards the back of the vehicle. And then that's when we went towards the driver's side. That's when I had to towards the driver's side.
So you stood there for about 4 seconds until he eventually gets out of the car.
He had to have seen this guy.
No, I don't remember standing there for 4 seconds.
But you took off running and he opens the door 4 seconds later and he ends up behind you?
No, this is what I recall, he was in front of me.
So once you guys get out and you start running, earlier you testified you made a phone call.
Yes.
Who did you call?
I had called my sister.
Did Robert have a phone on him?
Is that I'm aware of, yes. But whenever, as of pictures that I have seen, his phone was in the vehicle.
Okay. So then, did Robert have a phone on him?
After, I said from the pictures that I've seen, once I...
So, the answer is no. He did not have a phone on him, correct? Okay. So you are the only person in that vehicle that had a phone on them after the accident?
Yes, ma'am.
And who did you choose to call first?
My sister.
Not 911?
No, because I was telling Robert to call 911. But at the time, I did not know that he didn't have a cell phone.
Okay. And you testified earlier that he was trying to take your phone. Could that have been to call 911?
I'm going to object as to that speculation, Judge.
All right. with regards to speculation, that would be sustained if you want to rephrase your question.
How long did you talk to your sister for?
I'm not too sure. It felt pretty quick.
What did you call her for?
To see if she was if she could pick me up.
And at no point did you think to call 911?
No.
You guys were just being shot at. You were the victim. Why didn't you call 911?
As how I said earlier, my thing was I was scared of the gunshots, and how I had said earlier was my mom had gone. She was murdered, so I was trying to get away from the situation.
Who did you call after your sister?
My dad.
And what did you talk to your dad about?
I said, hey, we just crashed. Where are you at? And he was just like, well, I'm in Florida. I believe it was in Florida he was in. And he was like, well, where are you at? And I was like, I don't know.
You didn't know where you were at?
No. I don't come to downtown that often. It's very, very rare. So I don't even know my way around here. Every single time I come here, I have to use GPS.
And were you communicating with Robert at all, or where is Robert at this point?
So when I had caught up to him, that's when I had told him that he should call 911. From there, he's trying to take my phone, and I'm just like, bro. And he was just like, we gotta go, like learn this and that. And we, since he was trying to grab my phone, plus I pushed him away, but kind of shoved him, and I separated myself from him, ran off. I don't know where he went.
Earlier you testified you guys are friends.
Yes.
Do you normally care about your friends?
Yes.
So why are you trying to get rid of Robert after you guys had just been shot at and in this terrible accident?
I don't know.
Because you didn't check on him either, correct?
No.
You were just worried about yourself.
Yes.
Who ended up picking you out?
It was my brother.
And why were you trying to get out of there so quickly?
This is how I stated. I didn't know if they were going to come back and shoot again.
Do you know if they came back?
No, ma'am.
But you wanted to get out of there in case they came back.
Yes, ma'am.
124?
The story isn't adding up very well. I find it hard to believe that he didn't know the body was there, even though he stood there for 4 seconds looking down at it.
So 124.18 back. Okay. Okay, all yours. Yes.
Okay, Mr. Lerman, this is the back view. You guys have already ran off. Do you see this vehicle coming?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you able to see what kind of vehicle that was?
Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, I can go back. Ooh.
Go pause it and read right.
Sorry.
Thanks, Jason.
Can you see it right there?
Yes, ma'am.
What does that look like?
Kind of looks like the same car.
Looks like the FJ, doesn't it? Looks like a silver FJ. Correct?
I can't see the color code.
Okay.
And it's like it.
Did that make you glad that you got out of there?
Yes, ma'am.
I want to talk to you about your phone calls and how you found out about the tragedy of Mr. Lee. How did you find out that someone had been, pedestrian?
So my dad is a truck driver, so he's always looking at the news. I had got a call. Saying like, hey, turn on the TV. So then I was like, okay. So then I kind of was there, and he was just like, did you know? And I was like, no, what? And he was just like, are you looking? I was like, yes. And then that's whenever they were saying that it was someone got struck. I believe that's what the word, something saying someone got struck or Tesla struck or something like that.
That's the first time that you heard of it.
Yes, ma'am.
Amanda, thank you.
My uncle's a truck driver, but I don't know what that entails. What I would think is he's constantly driving trucks. Is that correct?
Yes,
no,
ma'am.
he's constantly reading the news.
He has like an app, I guess, on their phone, So it's not only my dad that goes, it's usually my stepmom that goes with him as well.
Okay, so and they're watching TV while he's driving in?
No.
How are they watching it?
They had pulled, I'm not too sure. I mean, I wasn't there with them, so I mean, I'm not too sure. They just called me and they're like, "Hey, did you see this?" And I was just like, "What?" And then that's when they were like, "Did you know?" And I was like, "No, what?" And he was like, "Do you have the TV on?" I was like, "Yes." And then that's when I was seeing the report.
Have you only talked to your dad because you called him about your sister, and then you called your dad?
Yeah, from my sister.
And did you talk to your dad anymore that evening?
I stayed. I think I stayed on the phone with him until I think a little bit. I think it was a little bit after. I think it's after I got picked up. We hung up, I believe.
And then he called you the next morning.
And then he called me that I'm guessing that morning, since it was already, yeah.
GSN, thanks for gifting 5 memberships. Red Pen. Ari gets more out of these than the jewels. I don't know what the translation is, but jewels eventually get converted back into dollars somehow.
No, ma'am, I do not.
But you ended the conversation at some point, and then there's no communication between you guys until he calls you?
That I recall you.
Red Pen, congratulations on 40 months. You are an OG and an amazing moderator as well. Thank you.
Okay, sure.
This one.
Isn't it true that after you hung up initially, about like an hour, 15-minute conversation, does that sound right?
If that's what's on there, that's yes, it's so.
And then you actually have about 12 more phone calls with your dad that morning. Does that sound right?
I don't recall.
You know,
I don't remember, to be honest.
Do you call your dad frequently on a normal basis?
Yes.
How often?
I would say anywhere from
this is a trap.
1 to like probably 1 to like 4 times a day, somewhere around there.
So 12 would be excessive?
Yes.
Mr. Lerner, would seeing your phone records refresh your memory of your phone call?
Yep, it would.
I'm sorry, what was it?
Would seeing your phone records refresh your memory of the phone calls you made that evening?
Yeah.
Would it?
I don't remember, to be honest with you. I don't recall if that's what's.
Okay, let me know.
Yes.
Yes.
You guys, thank you for the bouquet, for the bumblebee.
And can I have both parties approach, please?
For the balloons, the sun balloon, and for the sundaes. Thank you very much. I don't know how they translate back to the channel, but they're supposed to help the channel because YouTube says these are replacing super stickers. Not super chats, but super stickers. I don't know if anyone's actually bought any jewels yet. So let me know. If you know what the math is, let me know the jewels to the cost of jewels. Joe Sherlock, thank you very much for the Sunday. Appreciate it.
All right, defense, you may proceed.
If I could just have 1 second to review the exhibit.
You might have to be on a mobile device like a tablet or a phone to see the jewels. Oh, it's $10 for 700. Holy smokes. Okay. So use them sparingly unless they're free, and then you can just spend them like crazy. Greener says purchase jewels. You can buy 4,000 for $49. I think non-members do not get any jewels. The goat is a... Holy smokes! I don't see this on my end. I do see super chats when they come in, but I don't see other than just appearing in here. I don't know where it shows up on the channel. Thank you for the laughing disco. Appreciate that. And there's the goat. Thank you, Lindsay. Sorry, Lindsay Ross. Wait. That's Lindsay Ross.
Mr. Lamb, I'm going to hand you
Amanda,
what's marked as Defense Exhibit A.
Yes, ma'am.
This is a copy of your phone records. Okay. I'm going to go sit back down with my copy.
Yes, ma'am.
This page number here is what I'm going to use to direct you. Okay. If you can look through that.
I think they're going to show that this guy's not telling the full truth and that he's trying to cover up for himself.
So you can flip through there to page 4.
Shelly, congratulations on 8 months.
Yes.
Okay. And you see on the very left side, it has numbers going down. It says item. At the very top, it says item 58.
Yes.
Okay. So if you go down to the bottom of the page to item 73, 74, 75, 76, do you see those?
You said on page 4?
Yes, that's correct.
On mine, it shows 43, 44.
Let me make sure we have the same page 4.
Okay, to buy jewels, you have to be at least 18 years old on the app and in one of the available locations.
This is okay, there we go. Now we're back on track here. Give me just a second, Mr. Lamb.
Okay, she's really loud when she's up there at that mic, but I've got to crank the audio when she's back at her desk because we can barely hear her. I'm just going to send Top Mark Media a check. You got a 503C I can use to schwam the money. That would be the PayPal, Venmo, Cash App route. That's funny. Amanda, thanks for the goat trophy. That's awesome.
We have a record. We just got one. Match up the records.
Jury.
All right, everyone, if you'll give
Jury
us
out.
5 minutes. Everyone, please rise for the jurors, and please remember the court's previous instruction.
We're about to get a lunch break, I think. Let's zip forward just a tiny bit and see what happens here when they come back from break. Because we were almost to the end of yesterday's testimony. Oh, there we go. They're not going to start till 1:30 Texas time, which I believe is Central Time today. That's when the trial starts today. So we'll continue this afternoon after lunch with part 3, which will be live. Apple Treasure. I think you remember before. I think so. Welcome. Name's very familiar.
All right, everyone, please be seated. And defense, I believe it's still your witness. You may proceed. Yes.
Okay, Mr. Lamb, we're on our way. I apologize. Now I'm going to have you look at page 4 with me. I'm going to point it out before I go and sit back down. Okay. Page 4. Okay. This is the time here, but see these numbers here, 73, 74. Okay. And then when we get to this side, we're going to continue. Okay. Okay. Okay, Mr. Lamb, can you see line number 73 on there?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you look over, you recognize the numbers.
I see mine, and I see where it has the other number. Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last part.
No, I see the second number there.
And whose number is that?
I believe that one was. I believe that one was my dad, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, he's changed phone number, so I don't know the old one.
Okay. Do you see on the documents, the records? The time. Back up there. Sorry.
Okay, right here, line 73. This is, what's the date?
3/25/23.
Okay, so March 25th to 2023, correct?
Yes.
This time here
Mhm.
is in UTC time, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
In order to, are you familiar with UTC time?
No.
Okay. Would it surprise you if I told you that UTC time, you'd have to subtract 5 hours from that?
I'm going to object to that. He does not have personal knowledge of the conversion, and I'm going to object to counsel testifying as well.
Sustained. Okay. This here,
Yes,
I'm gonna have you follow along starting here. Okay.
Okay.
Do you recognize this phone number?
This one here?
Mhm.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Whose phone number is that?
That one is my dad's.
Okay. And what number was on line 73?
73. I'm guessing that one would be. You said -5, right? So I guess that. Oh, sorry.
I'm just asking about the number,
Yes.
the phone number you called there.
You want me to say number or something?
No. Do you recognize that number?
Right now, I do not know.
No. Okay. Who's calling?
Right now, I do not
Here?
know.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sounds like an evasive answer. Why would he call his dad 12 times right after it was an accident?
Mr. Lerma.
Yes, ma'am.
Earlier you had testified that you had called your sister first,
Yes.
correct? Is it possible that the number right there is your sister's phone number?
Yes, it is possible.
Okay. And in that column that I had just pointed out to you, it's labeled ET.
Yes, ma'am.
That is the duration of the phone call. How long did you talk to your sister?
Judge, I'm going to object to the witness reading from something that's not in evidence.
Sustained.
Okay, Mr. Lerma, if you could refresh your memory
Yes, ma'am.
About how long your conversation was, and then let us know.
To me, when I had called her, it felt quick to me.
Okay. And then you called your dad next?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Did you call anyone else before that? In between?
Do you remember how long you spoke to your dad after you spoke to your sister?
I'm sorry, what was that, sir?
Do you remember how long your conversation was with your dad?
No, I just know I know I was on the phone with him for quite some time.
Okay. Would it help your memory if you refer to the document in front of you to remember how long the conversation was?
Yes.
Okay. So you
She's going to get loud again. I think he's being...
Mr. Lemon, just call him here.
He's being a little bit belligerent.
Okay. So it's me.
Judge, I'm just going to object to
Sorry, you want me
speaking to the witness.
Okay,
not on the
Mr. Lemon,
record.
this is the column that I'm referring to.
Yes.
All right, so that objection will be sustained.
And I'm
This
gonna
is what I'm
object to
asking.
explaining the exhibit to the witness if he does not have personal knowledge.
That one I
All right,
wouldn't
and,
sustain.
Your objection?
Overruled.
That she's, excuse me, my legal objection is reading or referencing, well, conferring with the witness, not on the record, and
That part's
explaining a
sustained.
document to which the witness does not have personal knowledge of.
All right, that objection will be sustained.
Oh, she got both. She says, go on.
Okay.
Continue.
After you talked to your dad for a good amount of time,
Yes, ma'am.
would it surprise you later on the next page of your phone records? Would it surprise you that you made 12 more phone calls to your dad that evening? Or that morning, I apologize.
Yes, because I don't recall the phone calls.
Would it surprise you that you made 9 phone calls before you called 911 or the number?
Yes, because I don't remember that many calls.
Then we'll have to leave that.
case.
State.
So now it does look like he's sort of
Judge,
protecting himself.
at this
there.
time, I'm just going to, no further questions.
All right. Is this witness excused or subject to recall?
Recall, Judge.
All right. The rule has been invoked. You're not allowed to discuss your testimony with anyone until this trial has concluded. If we call you back, we'll make sure your attorney is here with you. Okay?
Yes.
All right. You may step down. If you'll leave the silver microphone.
Yes. You want to leave this?
Okay, thanks. All right. State, call your next witness.
One moment, Judge.
Right, sure.
Or confer for a while.
Judge will be calling Miss Jennifer Aruzawa to the stand.
All right, thank you.
Jennifer Aruzawa. That's a tough name. 12 phone calls to his dad, 9 before he called 911. Bless you. That would sound like a yawn. Kelly Hicks, member for 11 months, says on my phone, I apparently have 3 memberships. Kelly, well, thank you. That makes you an OG. I'm sorry you have 3 memberships. So cancel the 2 you don't use.
Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. There's a silver microphone up there. Square. If you'll put it somewhere in your shirt, it's for the court reporter to hear. And if you'll state your name and spell your last name for the court reporter, please.
It's Jennifer, last name is Aruza.
All right, state, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Good.
So I butchered your name pretty badly calling you in here. How do you say your last name?
Elsa.
What was that? Can I call you Jennifer?
Yes.
Okay. So Jennifer, what is your current occupation?
I work for the San Antonio Police Department, civilian. I'm a service agent.
Okay.
So I work at the front desk.
Okay, so let's unpack that a little bit. You said you're a civilian, right?
Yes.
So you're not law enforcement?
No.
You're not licensed by...
No.
Okay, so no law enforcement powers whatsoever?
Right.
Okay.
Your Honor, let me interrupt real quick. Judge, can we approach?
Yes.
Oh, whoa. Kelly, thank you for the cake trophy very much. That's awesome. I got it. It's Jennifer Aruza, citizen working San Antonio Police Department front desk. I can already tell you without even hearing this that she is the one who probably took the call.
Thank you.
The non-emergency call.
I think our last question was you're a civilian with the San Antonio Police Department. Okay. And you said you're a service agent?
Civilian, not citizen. Why did I say
Okay, what does a service agent do for the San Antonio Police
Customer
Department?
service. If it's whoever walks in, I assist them, and then we assist with the officers, whatever they need.
Kind of like the front desk, basically?
Yes.
Okay. So how long have you been doing that?
It's going to be 14 years in July.
Do you like what you do?
Yes.
You seen a lot of stuff come in?
Yes.
You've seen
so
some
let me
stuff,
ask you, where are you a service agent at? Like which station?
Central Substation. But I
Okay.
transfer to the headquarters at night.
And that would be the one over on Frio?
515 South Frio, that's correct.
That's the downtown sub or the Frio sub?
That's the one I was working at. Now I'm at headquarters at 315 South Santa Rosa.
Oh, I see. Well, congratulations to you. So let me ask you, Jennifer, were you working at the Frio sub on March 27, 2023?
Yes.
Okay. Did a person that would later be identified to you as Robert Castillo approach you?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about that encounter. What happened?
So the March 27th, around about 6:15, he walks in. I get to walk in.
Let me clarify. Is it 6:15 a.m. or p.m.?
PM.
So it's 6:15 at night.
Yes.
Okay, keep going.
So he walks in and I asked him how I can help you. He says, I'm wanted. And I said, wanted. And he goes, well, my car was in that blue star accident.
Okay. And you said, if I can just stop you real quick, you said, this is what he said.
Yes.
Do you recognize, and this person, this he, like pronouns are bad. What was the name to this person?
Robert Castillo.
Okay. Would you recognize Robert Castillo if you saw him in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Okay. Can you point him out for the jury?
She looks at him.
Okay. Can you describe what he's wearing right now?
Blue suit.
You mean the suit?
Yeah.
Or was he wearing that day? Or
like right now at this very moment in the courtroom, what is he wearing?
the suit, the blue suit.
Describe what he's wearing.
Does it
right
let to
now.
reflect that the witness identified the defendant? Okay. All right. So he said that he was involved in that accident at Blue Star. Did you ask him any questions?
I asked him, so do you have a warrant or what happened? He said, well, I was in an accident. I left the scene. And I go, oh no. And then I asked him, I'm sorry, pick that up. I asked him, did you leave the scene? And he said, yes.
Take that
Go ahead and have a seat. Well, I took his driver's license. I told him to have a seat. And then I called traffic investigations for a detective.
So when you asked Robert Castillo if he left the scene of the accident, his answer was?
Yes.
Okay. What did you do next?
I asked for his driver's license and then I asked him to have a seat. and then I contacted traffic investigations.
Okay. And did anyone from traffic investigations arrive?
Detective did, yes.
Okay. And after that, since you're not in law enforcement, that's the end of
That
your
was the end
interaction.
of my witness.
Okay.
And that was
Oh, yes. One more, please. Okay. And Judge, we'll pass the witness.
Thanks. Mr. Ruza, my name is David McLean. I represent Robert Castillo. If for whatever reason you don't understand the question that I asked you, please let me know. I'm happy to repeat it and try and get it right.
okay.
You answer a question of mine, and I assume that you understood it.
Yes,
All right. You said that Mr. Castillo walked into the police substation, correct?
that's correct.
He voluntarily walked in and surrendered
Yes.
himself, correct?
That's correct.
And what day was this?
March 23rd
March
or 27th of 2023,
March 27th of 2023. Okay, it was about 6:15 at night.
6:15 p.m.
Did he come in by himself?
No, he was with two females.
Okay. And when you asked him whether he left the scene, was anybody else present?
No, he was standing by himself.
Okay. No other police officers around?
No, it was just me.
Okay. Did you know when you asked him that you were asking him to admit to a crime?
No,
Why'd you ask that question?
I'd always ask if it's an accident and for you to come and turn yourself in, or most likely you left the scene. So that's why I asked.
So most likely they left the scene, but you asked the question anyways.
Yes.
Did you read him his rights?
No.
Did you have anybody else read him his rights?
I created a key card for an officer to come in, and after that I was done.
Do you think it would have been important for Robert to know that he was admitting to a crime when you asked him that question?
Judge, I'm going to object to that. That calls for speculation and calls for a legal opinion from the witness.
Why didn't you have somebody come and read him his rights?
I called for an officer to come in. I don't have an officer at the substation. I created a key card and I contact traffic investigations, and then they showed up. And then the officer showed up to transport him. That's all. That was it.
Did he say anything else?
No.
Did he ask for his lawyer?
No, not to me.
Did he later?
I don't know.
Okay. That's witness.
No questions, Judge. We ask that the witness be excused.
Yes, Judge.
All right, the rule has been revoked. You're not allowed to discuss your testimony with anyone until this case is concluded. Okay, all right, thank you. My state, any more witnesses for today?
Not for today, Judge.
Not for today. We're done for
So,
today.
ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have you all come back tomorrow, and tomorrow we're going to start at 1:30. Okay.
1:30 Central Time,
Yes, 1:30. 1:30 p.m.
which means it's
All right, everybody. I like when people ask that because they have to read it. Yes, I don't be.
not AM.
0. Okay. All right. 1 o'clock. I'll be here. All right. So please remember my previous instructions. Do not think about this case outside the courtroom. Do not discuss what you've heard with anyone. Do not view anything. Do not do any research. Everything that you need to know about this case is to come from inside the courtroom. And any thoughts about this case is to happen when you're sitting in the box, unless I tell you otherwise. Does everyone understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Please write for the jurors.
All right, that takes us up to live on this case, and it gives us time to have a little bit of lunch, and then I'm going to make sure I don't have a nap. Just Stephanie says, have I ever mentioned how much I love my Recovery Addict mouse pad? Have I ever mentioned how used mine is? It's so faded and it's coming apart. I just need to order another one, but this is the original one I ordered years and years ago. Keeps the mouse quiet. Thank you. Thank you, Stephanie, for ordering the mouse pad. All right, this case is going to move forward. We're going to hear more about, I guess, the shooting. That's important. I think we have to hear from the driver in this case. It's one of those things where if he doesn't testify, I think it would be a major oversight. He's alleging, of course, that he was in fear for his life. I think those are words we have to hear coming out of his mouth. To incorporate that into the jury's consideration. But I only believe part of what the passenger told us. Maybe because I slept a little bit through part of it, but no, just kidding. But because he seemed to be covering his own assets, and making sure that what he said did not expose him to legal liability, and the story. Conveniently crafted or appeared that way to me, to be conveniently crafted, even though the evidence, including his phone records and the video from the Tesla itself, disagreed with what he testified to. So the jury will have that to consider. All right, it is lunchtime. Let me make a portal so we can portal over to the afternoon stream with Judge Boyd. This will be part 3, and I need to make sure we've got the most updated version of the picture, which has more and more purses on it. We're getting more and more purses. This has 3 purses on it, so that's going to be awesome. Let's see. No live reactions, subscribers, done. Visibility. We're starting at 2:15, which is an hour from now. Will give us a few minutes to get ready before the judge comes in. All right, you guys ready for lunch? I'm ready for lunch. Let's do this. Use the latest thumbnail. I just downloaded it. I'm not sure if it's the very latest, but it's one I got this morning. I've got that one. I've got this one. I've got page 1. So, okay, 1 second. We'll make the portal now. And the link's created so we can play the music, and we're ready to go. All right, it's lunchtime. We'll see you on the flip side. The portal means we will be back. Yes, it does. Witness was not credible. I believe part of it. I believe he heard gunshots. Might get spicy here as well. We'll see. All right, tonight when you go home, please hug the people you love. Smile at someone to make their day just a little bit better. And please stay safe till we go live again in about 1 hour from right now. We'll portal you right over to that if you want to just stay and talk and chat. You're welcome to. We'll be back in about 2:15 Eastern time, just in time for Judge Boyd to start the trial down in San Antonio, Texas. So that's gonna be wonderful. Let's see. I've got some updates. We'll try to get into the Alec Murdaugh updates about what South Carolina is going to do here soon. I've got to listen to the rest of the report from the Attorney General there. Thanks for sending that to me. And there's something else. I don't remember. But we'll talk about that too. We'll see you after the portal. You guys have a great lunch. We'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye.